Tieni la macchina coperta, non me la fai vedere, non posso fare riprese, non posso fare nulla.
Look at this amazing car next to me, the brand new functional plant, really green yellow aerodynamic link, conversion of our new mountain ring, and last program as new hybrid quick, the RC8. For the very first time, European drivers.
Juste le truc.
Alors pour lui, c'est pas un journal.
It's an evolution of already a wonderful model. Obviously now with a new area of turbo engines, it was a good move to have on the California the turbo engines. Yeah, the new technology is already working pretty well. It's a beginning of a new area. Everything is quite difficult for everybody. Mercedes has been so far prepared for the first beginning of the testing, but Ferrari is very close, and I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic championship.
We belong, and to help me. The new number reflects the fact that this is a Porsche. Thanks, Patrick and Jürgen, and the best of luck to you and all our horizontal drivers this season. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's very rare that Porsche reveals not just a new car, but an entirely new Porsche model number. But with our next car, the new number reflects the fact that this is a Porsche race.
It's very important, it's key because it's the backbone of our company. Together with the Aventador, they are the model lineup, but this car is going to sell much more than every other car in the history of Lamborghini. And we are looking forward to have a larger customer base, because this car is very easy to drive in the city and very fast and safe on the racetrack.
Where over the past 2 years, we've been with a brand and company that will help provide our momentum itself for years to come. The next era global appeal is estimated to grow to more than 2 million vehicles.
Rival skills and set it off to run free.
And increased ride height that previously were only found in premium SUVs. It offers as many.
65 Imposter today is the first Premier Mondial of the most powerful and fastest ever, because we are taking from our heritage, the DNA. Since in 1964, here in Geneva, Karl Albert launched the first 695 ever.
Porsche is very ambitious, and of course when we take place in a World Endurance Championship, we want to be successful. And one part of the team are the drivers, of course with Mark Webber.
We've got a huge challenge on our hands. We're respectful of the opposition. It's a massively complex car. It's the most complex that Porsche have ever done. So we've got a lot on our plate, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
World champion Andrea Bertolini of the world's best performance luxury sedans and Grand Tours, who has been referred to by Top Gear as the king of Italian car design. Wow, Lorenzo, thank you and your team. Fiat and Chrysler automobiles. We are now
a casa, strade panoramiche attraversano fine tecnische Finesse. 231 PS, 5,8 secondi. Da Davos a Verbier, noi la chiamiamo anche Land of 4. Et les produits que vous verrez aujourd'hui sont un peu une déclaration.
I think we are on plan with what we're doing. We don't want to exaggerate speed. I think we always focus on doing something different in view of the customer and what benefits the customer. That's why we have this course, Cloud, which is unique. I think there are a lot of other companies now starting to follow.
Intègre le feu et met en valeur une grande facilité d'accès et de chargement.
Photographe devant les véhicules. Will start in 15 minutes.
We look forward to welcome all of you next year again.
The last 1 million. This proves how year by year the world has been increasingly embracing hybrid technology.
By enabling them to have fun. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Change according to the info that is needed by the driver at any moment.
Is wider and lower than the standard RCF and with the interior stripped, racing and engaging driving experience. You can also think of the new
while the new GT Speed convertible, which you see here on my right, takes 4-point exterior, features GT in the Continental family, and on to it.
Adventurers like to travel light, and that's why
dass die auch keine Stückzahlen ist. Das ist ein Markt, aber was zu machen.
Auf den Rädern steht eine neue LED-Heckung.
We had a great year last year growing against the trend of the market. We grew by 11% against a stable or slightly decreasing industry, but we were happy to see that some major markets see some very strong first 2 months. Germany seems to be in a good mood. We are very happy, obviously, that Spain seems to recover. We had a strengthening last year in the first 2 months, signal that the strengthening can continue in the year 2014.
You know, the Geneva Motor Show is a vitrine, we say, you know, for the world, and it's a vitrine not only for the exhibitors but for the public. And I think we have fantastic and very powerful cars, but we have also the normal car for everyone. During the press days, we have these fantastic cars, but as you know, some of the cars are changed between the press days and the normal days. It's very important for the show to show new models, new technologies, and the new technologies are shown by the big brands and the big, the important exhibitors. If you look at the figures so far, we've seen that the figures have raised 5.5% in the last month of January in the European market, which is a good sign. We can also notice that for the last 3 months, figures are increasing. But it's only 3 months. We have to see, what will be the tendency in 2014. Some of the big brands are trying to make alliances in order to construct cars together. Then they reduce cost. Some others are trying to offer products in the different sectors. To have luxury car, medium car, or if I can say so, cheaper car. As you've seen, some of the German brands are doing quite well. And as you know, the US market is recovering very well, and most of the constructors have a lot of hopes in the United States and the US market.
What we see behind me is our Rinspeed exchange. The story is quite simple. Everybody's talking about automatic driving in the future, maybe 4-6 years away. And our reasoning is that once my car is driving automatically, I do not want to watch my steering wheel to turn happily left to right. I want to read, I want to sleep, I want to watch movies, anything which I could not do today. So we take a glance in the future. What driving could we see in 6 years' time? The exchange redefines the interior of automobiles, yet it also redefines the driving. In my opinion, we have lustful driving, which means like going over an alpine pass, which also in future I always want to do myself. However, on long motorways, traveling, I'm bored, I don't do anything but watching my traffic. I want to work, I want to sleep, I want to relax. On the exchange we have more than 20 different seating arrangements, meaning a seat turned, a seat in a lie-flat position, and then, so it gives a wide variety. The steering wheel in the exchange is a drive-by-wire system, which means there's no mechanical connection. The steering wheel moves to the center of the car, so there's space for my legs if I want to recline. Imagine a business class of a modern airline. It's exactly the same feeling you get We have seen in the past, especially from the aviation business, that the machines are more reliable than humans. They don't have headaches, they don't have bad times, and if you look at aviation now, the majority of accidents are human-made, pilot's error, and very small number of accidents are technology failures. So an automated driving car should also be safer, because all the accidents happen because we don't watch out, we are in thoughts or we're someplace else, and not that we don't know how to drive. The luxury functions inside the Exchange are 2 tablets. You can work, you can on a small screen watch movies, but then you also have a large screen in the back, 4K, meaning very high resolution, of having a clear image, crisp sound, and it feels like being in a movie theater on 4 wheels. We have LTE connection in the car, which means high data streaming, that for entertainment, for safety, for information, you are connected to the cloud and to the computers and to other cars as well as infrastructure. I personally believe firmly that driverless driving will be coming. It's not a question of if, only when and how. Certainly it will come in small steps. So within 4 to 6 years, I see it reality, but also first on motorways and not on inner city traffic. I think what's really interesting in the whole aspect is not only technology, it's not only legal aspect to change the law to allow it, liability for insurance reasons as well, but also to gain trust. To gain trust that the machine is safer than driving, and this will take time. It will even take maybe a generation, and the kids, they just grow up with automated cars, and for them it's the most normal thing in the world.
It's connecting to a cloud. We have one cloud where is all the information about the traffic, about the status of the car, about all the other cars, so we mix that and have the information. Is a car coming against this car? Are there other cars nearby which could be happening an accident? So everything is in one cloud, and we communicate these informations via the 4G network into the car back.